Minnesotans with disabilities and other advocates are fighting to protect the rights of people with intellectual and developmental disabilities every day. While it is essential that we keep working on national issues, there are plenty of important decisions being made just down the road at your school board or city council meetings. That's why it's essential that everyone votes during local elections on November 7th. In this video, we will show you how to find out if there is a local election where you live, how to register to vote, how to vote before Election Day, what rights individuals with disabilities have at the polling place, and why voting is more important now than ever. The Office of the Minnesota Secretary of State put together a website to look up if your county is having a vote on the 7th. To check, simply type in your zip code, then input your address on the next page. This is an example of what you will pull up if your county is having an election. This page lists all of the positions you will be voting to fill, the candidates who are running for those positions, and links to the candidates' webpage so you can learn more about them. If your county is not having an election on the 7th, no positions or names will be listed. Now that you know that your district is having an election and have learned a little bit about the candidates, you will need to register to vote. To do this online, you will need an email address and a Minnesota's driver's license or ID card. From this page, you can check to see if you are eligible to vote, register to vote, or update your registration. You can also print out a paper application and mail the completed form to the Minnesota Secretary of State. Note, the deadline to register in advance online is 11:59 p.m. on Tuesday, October 17th. Paper applications must be received by 5 p.m. on that same day. Now that you are registered, there are several ways for you to vote. You can visit your local polling place on November 7th between 7 a.m. and 8 p.m. to cast your vote in person. Additionally, you can vote early by mail, in person, or via agent delivery. Visit the Secretary of State's Other Ways to Vote page to learn more about these options. Early voting started on September 22nd and will end on November 6th. Even under guardianship, individuals with disabilities have the right to vote unless that right has been taken away by a court. The Minnesota Disability Law Center has a very helpful fact sheet that lays out exactly what accommodations you can expect to receive at the polling place, as well as numbers to call if you need assistance exercising your right to vote. The Minnesota Disability Law Center recommends bringing a copy of this fact sheet with you to your polling place. Now that we know how to prepare to vote on November 7th, it is important to remind ourselves why it is so critical that disability advocates go to the polls.
Hello, my name is Katie McDermott and I'm the Advocate Associate here at the Art Gallery of Twin Cities. I will vote, so it's important to get ready to vote. Check out the Minnesota State Secretary website. They have all the great information for you that you will need to vote. It's a really big deal. Don't forget to register to vote. You can register to vote the same day. Get out to the polls to vote and make a difference in the world. Thank you. Go vote.